Alright guys, so did you know that in SwiftUI you can actually use the default slider to make it change the image? Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to do something like this. Okay, so you move this slider, you can get this kind of a carousel effects and choose use a really smooth transition from a specific image to another image. Okay, so yeah, it'll be really exciting project. So yeah, let's do this. All right. So in order to do this, let's open a new project. Okay, this is my digital drawing. So sorry about that. Let's open the Xcode, go to new, and I'm going to make a new project rather than playground. Let's just a project completely start from scratch. Okay, so yep, let me just move this to the screen so you guys can actually see it. Okay, so app, yeah, nothing wrong about sticker pack up here. All the interesting binding experiment. I'm going to say slider experiment. Slider experiment. Okay, so normally a slider would just change the number. Okay, so you change the volume, something like that. But we're going to play around and do some experiment just to let you guys know that you can actually be down. Okay, so I'm going to or components and slider experiment experiment. Okay, experiment. Okay, let me just try this new project. Okay, I love this process of live coding because it really gives me like more freedom of showing guys this. Okay, I don't want the preview or just run the simulation. I think that would be good. I'm going to just Pro Max. Let me just choose a bigger one. Okay, so remember last time we talked about binding. So yeah, in order to actually choose from different slider, you have to use a state variable in order to store information. So I'm going to say state. I'm going to say private var of a different slider. I'm going to just slider value just for simplicity. Okay. Remember, this slider value needs to be a CG float. So CG float is start from 0 all the way up to whatever image you have. Okay. So yeah. And VStack, yeah, VStack image, all that we can safely delete it. Okay, right now, remember we got like because I didn't want to use my own image. I just want to use the image as a placeholder, so we can use this SF symbol. Okay, so SF symbol we can choose all sort of image. I'm not going to like choose the one by one. I'm just because I already did that, so I'm going to just use a figure. Okay, so basically you can write something like a container, right? So let our images will be a series of image, and things is from SF symbol, so a string will be okay. So figure, all right, figure dot. We have a multiple figure. We can have say walk and run, all that. So because I'm going to use the figure repeatedly, so that's the reason I just copy that. Okay, so figure walk and paste figure say run, and I can say the figure dot say wave. All right, just to have a figure dot say dance. Okay, that would be good. And we got figure v stack. Yeah, instead of VStack, let me just get rid of this. What I'm going to do is to have a, yeah, maybe I'm going to have a Z stack because I want to slide it to be like the, really, yeah, I think maybe a V stack and the inside of Z stack. Okay, yeah, I'm going to change of mind. I'm going to leave this Z stack, V stack here, and inside I'm going to have a Z stack. Okay, so yeah. And in the Z stack, so first I'm going to show the things that are below, and I'm going to use the image. So I'm going to use the for loop for each. And here comes the tricky part. Start from 0 and to this image. Remember we got the like images, okay? And we can count the number of images inside of this container. So right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And because we got like make it unique, so ID will be a key pass range element ID. Yeah, basically we can just say, hey, you need to like identify yourself, and right now let me just use, hey, I'm myself. So that's a way to identify it. Okay, and I'm going to say the index in. So basically I'm going to show every image in here. So that's the reason I used the image. And since it's a SF symbol, so I can say the system name, a specific name. Okay, if you like specify a specific image using SF symbol, just need to pass a string. But right now I'm going to choose a item from the images here. So we can't use the string, so we have to use a variable to do that. So I'm going to say index. Sorry, not index. It's images and dot. Not dot. Get that specific index, because every index I'm going to get it. So index that specific index. Okay, and of course this way the image will be like too large, so I have to make it resizable. Yeah, all that. Let me just use, sorry, image scale, and I'm going to make a large scale, and yeah, let me add a foreground. Right now essence is not foreground color but rather foreground style. It's just a change of the API name. I'm going to tilt that to the system, and I'm going to have a font of a specific font size. Of course you can make it size a variable, so you can change that. Doesn't really matter. I just want to show you that it's doable. Here comes to the tricky part. Yeah, I'm going to leave it blank. Doesn't really matter, but it can be changed. Okay, I just want to show you that this is doable. Okay, size 100. Yeah, sorry, yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, I have to say a system and pass in the size. So change of the yeah, font dot system. Sorry, dot system. Yeah, that I should get rid of the error. And let's just get rid of all this empty space, because we don't need it right now. Yep, so we like loop all this image, but there is like no way of changing that. So that's the slider coming in, because we got Z stack. Okay, Z stack. Yeah, Z stack. Yeah, let's add a slider. So V stack, vertical stack. All this Z stack is just because of a different image. So Z stack down below, we have a specific value, and we got this in label stack. Well, that maybe use this just for fewer fewer typing, and the value will be the slider value. Okay, start from 0. Okay, slider value, and label, we don't need that. So maximum label, let's just do that manually. Okay, in, and I'm going to start from 0 all the way to the CG float, and I'm going to get hold of the image count. So image images dot count, and I'm going to subtract by 1. Okay, and yeah, so that's pretty much like it. Yeah, and of course I can add a step just to make a mini steps. Okay, so step will be 0.01. Right, and yeah, that's as close as this slider. Of course you can then change the expression. Oh my gosh, steps. Oh yeah, and then we can add modifier. We might make it, let's say, tilt a little bit, maybe a ring. I believe in demonstration I use blue, but yeah, let me just yeah, change that just for fun. Okay, add a little bit of automatic padding, and then yeah, so slider. Yeah. So let's just run this code so you guys can see this rough. This is like the demonstration, the beginning demonstration, but we will not get that because we got I add a lot of like a smooth transition, change of opacity, and yeah, like we got a distancing going on. But right now let's just wait for this current version, Okay, so it's attaching and loading, so just wait a little bit. Maybe I'm going to pause this video just for a quick result. All right, I believe I already run that. Yeah, I got this Pro Max as well as Pro. So as you can see, yeah, we make a slide, but there's nothing happens. But in fact, there's something do happen. But things there's like no opacity change, so you guys can just can't see it. Let me find a way. So for example, we got the Z stack, and we got all this image stack above one another. We can say a text. Okay, so things that are like a V stack. We got text, and I can say current image is, and we just print out the current index. So I'm going to say current image index. Okay, right now it won't work because we haven't like declared that. So maybe just outside. Remember, we got this V stack here. So let's just get out of this. Get this var. Got its current index. Integer will be fine. And I'm gonna say the integer will be. Remember, we got slider value, and we can get things like step by 0.01, so we can make it rounded. So you can actually print it out. So I believe this will make actually just to make it quickly refresh, and I can actually see this current index is 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, just to make all this into chunk sized 1, 2, 3, 4, make it rounded to integer. Okay, so we can actually get the number working current. I got like a type of a current here. Current image, current, yeah. Current image, yeah. But still we won't be able to get the result like this. That's because I used this step as well as the distance to change opacity. So this is a really neat trick, so I want to share with you guys. So basically you start from 0 and we got 1, so we got like a distance between 0 and 1. Okay, so we can use absolute value of that specific index as well as the slider value. Okay, so yeah, let me add this. So first you need to change its image in order for it to work. So we can add, remember previous video we talked about you can use a state variable to change its modifier. So we got slider value of CG float, we can pass that into the modifier so you can actually change it. So you can say opacity, and right now I can say the there'll be opacity for a specific index, but right now I haven't write that. So here is the logic. So I can say I'm using a calculation. So it's a function. So opacity. Yeah, sorry about that. Opacity. Did I spell that correctly? Yeah, doesn't really matter. Okay, for a specific index, will be an integer, and it will give you, since it's opacity, right? So it will give you a double. Okay, and I'm going to calculate the distance first. So distance equals to absolute value, because you don't know which one is bigger, which one's smaller. So just to give it double of that specific index. Okay, you subtract by the double of the slider value. So yeah, just make it like in between, make absolute value, and I'm going to return a specific number. So return our 1 minus the minimum of the distance, or 1. Okay, so either we got that so yeah, you can have a minimum value of distance or 1. So for example, if distance is less than 1, you can have that say the distance is let me use like 0.5. Okay, so minimum of 0.5 and 1 will be 0.5. I return the opacity will be half of the opacity, so 1 subtract 0.5. Okay, I don't know whether it makes sense or not, but let me just give you another example so you guys can see it more clear. So say some extreme value, so the distance is 0, distance 0, minimum value of 0 and 1 will be 0, right? 1 subtract 0 will be 1, so the opacity will be 1, so it's like showing up. Okay, so for example, the distance is like further away, so because this is absolute value is really far away, you got a distance of 1, the minimum will be 1, 1 subtract 1 will be 0, so completely invisible. So it's a quick trick to do this. So by the way, you got this function of opacity, so you can use opacity as a calculation, passing in that specific index, so you can do in the comparison. So yeah, for every index, passing in an index and slider value, because slider values are like a constantly changing, and the index is you choose a specific index and that index will come out, that image will be shown. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it. Let me just try this. Okay, remember this is the project that we're running. We can compare that with the when we get started. I got a guys demo. So current image 0, and as I'm sliding, okay, start from 0 all the way to 1. Okay, so you are doing this subtraction. So the opacity of the current image will just dampen it up, and the next will showing up, and until here it got like a completely disappeared, and this one reaching the new high, and then you can continue to click and drag, and another image will just increase opacity, this opacity will decrease, and all that. I love it. I can even I already got some like interesting project in mind, is that you can use this as a demo of how animation is made. Okay, so we can have a say like 100 frame of image, and you got, yeah, I think I may be able to do that. So just to get an array of a chunk of different frame of animation, I can just quickly click and drag, so you can actually see the result. Okay, so this is a really fun and interesting project, but I just want to show you that it's doable. It's doable to use a slider as a kind of control of a carousel sort of design, and just that we already talked about the state as well as modifier. So I just want to show you that it's doable, and a quick review of what we already learned in the previous video. So yeah, so that'll be all. Don't forget to give this video a thumb up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thanks. That's it. I really need your help, and currently, if you want to help me, if you want to support me, do please join the Patreon. Okay, $3. I think you can download all this code as well as the article that I wrote. Okay, thanks, bye.